Welcome back. So, day 45 now. We got some free time. We need to prepare, because based on the last fight, things need to be sorted out. So, weapon garage. Yeah, we'll go there, like, before we head off to the cafeteria. I think we have to head to the cafeteria, don't we? Because it says free time to repair, and it's like, okay. So, what could we get going on? Need linguistic up for a lot of things. So that might be the way to go. Just trying to think like the characters I'm using the most right now. It's like linguistics and maths. I actually want to see about Schumers a little bit. And Counter-Strike would be a good one to have. Last year. Get the defensive mode up and the aggression signal, because he's very much going to be the tank. So it's like we'll get that. Because we need to see about the boosting emo anima going forward. I feel as well. We've got you around, so let's see about you. Yeah, we're out of the BP for what we need. So let's see what else we can do around then. See about the metal shop. Maybe there's something we can get done here trap-wise. No, we're still missing on our requirements for like lessons and stuff. So, wait, who's in here? That's yeah, we'll go with you. I think she is over there. She's got a smile on her face. Hello, Sir Takumi. Would you like to eat some snacks with me? Yes. Clearly, this cafeteria rocks. It's a dream to have unlimited access to Anmitsu. When I lived alone in the mountains with my granddad, I was only rarely permitted to eat sweets. It must have been hard living in the mountains like that. I don't imagine you have a lot of convenience stores around. Forget convenience stores, we don't have a supermarket or schools or anything at all. We've fended for ourselves, except whenever traveling salespeople would drop by. How big was the Tokyo residential complex? Naturally, that meant no Amitsu or any such thing. Whenever I wanted a sweet treat, I would suckle on the nectar of the nearby flowers. Could have gone for a tree, like the sap. Wow, that's unfathomable to me. I'd often accidentally sip on a poisonous one. Then I'd foam at the mouth and pass out. Often? You'd think you'd know which ones by that point. I enjoyed the cafeteria's Amitsu as I listened to Yoshika's survival stories. Your experience unlocked the keyword. Sweet. Mobility. Bing bong.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
Yeah, good night, whatever. That's how he sounds on that one. The drive he has on the Academy bit. Looks like another day is over. There's nothing to do here at night. I'll just go to bed and rest up for tomorrow. And so our 45th day at the last Defense Academy ended without incident. Day 46. I expected something to happen then, the way he said that. Bing bong. Yep, we know. I mean,
Are you ready to give your
that seems the same. That seems the same. Ding dong. Right after the morning announcement ended, another sound echoed through my room. The doorbell.
Huh?
Who could need to talk to me this early? Ato? It's usually Ato. Not really expecting anything. I opened the door. I got a shock when I saw who was there, though. Nozomi. Good morning. Do you have a minute? Morning. Sure. Come on in. I did my best to act like I would if I were welcoming any other friend into my room. But it wasn't convincing. I'm still nervous around her. Even more so now that we were all alone. Now that we've cleared everything up between our two groups, I can tell you about this with a clear conscience. It's time you knew about World Death. Oh! I'd honestly forgotten about World Death. According to the information they shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all? More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. Really? Tell me? That's great. It's been on my mind for a while now. We're going to tell everyone together. When you're ready, come meet us in the war room. The war room? Okay, I'll be right there. And one more thing. You said you knew someone who looks just like me. Could you tell me a little about her sometime? Oh. If it's okay with you, I mean. That's intriguing that she wants to know. Flashing me a gentle smile, Nozomi left the room. Never thought she'd be the one to make the first move. Glad she did, though. Was way too nervous to bring it up. Someone who looks just like her. Don't know if that's the way I'd put it, but... No, first things first, I should head over to the war room and hear what they have to say. Alright, to the war room. Vile and barbaric enemy! Alright, looks like everyone's here. Yes, indeed. All the dull-eyed simpletons with no refinement, no social standing, and no future, all gathered together in one place. You're here as well. The future's an unwritten book. I could still make something of myself. Anyway, let me cut right to the chase. We called you all here to talk about world death. Said before, it was what caused this war between us and the invaders. What is it exactly? I'll tell you everything that they told us. It's a long story, but bear with us, okay? That's your cue, Kyoshika.
Huh?
What? Me? But I haven't prepared anything. You're in charge of explanations. It's what you're good at. Explanations and exhibitionism. Oh. You're a double threat. I am not taking my clothes off. Don't worry. I'll take the lead here. Begin. Before I start, there's some terminology we need to get straight. Back in the Tokyo residential complex, did you hear about something called Planet Earth? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Planet Earth? I've heard of it, sure. I can't say I know very much about it, though. It's gonna be a case of like Earth was destroyed and they moved here, which is, again, feeling very similar to some of the theories I've got in 13 Sentinels right now. Same here. From what I read in library books back home, it's where humanity used to live, right? They mention it in old manga sometimes, too. It's supposed to be really huge, like hundreds of times bigger than the complex. I think that's about all any of us know. They kind of skimmed over the subject in school. It makes sense they wouldn't bring it up because it's just normal to them. Humanity once lived all over planet Earth. The population was in the billions. And they didn't live under a giant ceiling either. They had an open sky just like the one here. Billions? That many? So if I'm to spin off this thought process and actually applying some of my thought process from 13 Sentinels, yeah, pretty strange right now. So it's like kind of got two similar thoughts happening at the same time in two different games. It's like I'm imagining something happened on Earth and they traveled to another planet, either in the solar system? No. That wouldn't explain the invaders. They traveled to another planet that was, I was going to say M-class planet, but not many people understand what I mean by M-class planet. A world in a habitable zone that's good to, like, that's already got life on it, like, you know, plants and stuff like that. Those who watch Star Trek know what an M-class planet is. But those who don't, it's very much like, you don't need to terraform it, so I imagine they found a habitable planet. And they went down and were like, we'll colonize this place. This will be our new home now we've escaped Earth. But there was something already here. And that's the invaders. So it's like, they're not the invaders, we're the invaders. It's like I said, it's like that feeling I'm getting of, like that look we get in the execution bit. Where there's such like vicious looks on their faces. And we're seeing it from the commander's point of view. It's like, because they're trying to protect their home and humanity is the invader? That's the feeling I'm getting. Like that's how stuff lines up. And it's like, I do feel like, again, the academies, they looked a bit like spaceships. I'm assuming that's part of it, like that they are literally just spaceships. of some regard. Anyway, billions, that many. But then a phenomena that came to be known as world death changed everything. Earth was no longer able to support life like it once had, and the population began to decline rapidly. To combat this, giant underground shelters were constructed to house the survivors before humanity died out completely. Oh! Okay. Underground shelters, you mean... Yes, that's what the place where we grew up really is. The Tokyo residential complex is a colossal shelter hidden deep beneath the Earth's surface. I'm still not buying this being Earth, though. A shelter? The whole thing? Well, this happened a long time ago, so even they weren't sure how accurate this information is anymore. Yeah, I'm not buying it's actually Earth anymore. It's like, it just... I need to go back and see that picture of the moon. Because was that Earth's moon? But so far as we know, our community in the Tokyo residential complex is the last of humanity. It has been for hundreds of years now. Wow. We're really getting a history lesson today, huh? Never knew there was a time before the TRC. And world death is what forced everyone down there. Just what kind of phenomena is it? Essentially, the planet began killing itself. Huh? It did what? According to them, the Earth has a life of its own. While it's not quite like ours, it has its own will too. When the planet decided to end its life, numerous natural disasters started occurring all around the world. That was world death. The planet tried to kill itself? It can do that? But what drove the Earth to do that to itself? Remember how we said that the human population was in the billions? Well, they all needed somewhere to live. They developed and cultivated the world around them as they saw fit, not really giving a crap about the long-term consequences. Pretty soon, they were draining the planet's resources faster than it could replenish them. Not to mention the many wars humanity fought against each other. Some of them were so bad they left Earth permanently scarred. They couldn't put up with that kind of abuse forever. Something had to give. I'm not surprised leeching off someone else, without ever giving anything back, and abusing them on top of that. Sounds like many scumbag brother. Sounds like my scumbag brother. Okay. They didn't realize the planet had a mind of its own, but they should have known better. Humanity continued to propagate, willfully ignorant of the damage they were doing. Of course, the Earth wasn't completely powerless. It showed its resistance with earthquakes, tsunamis, wildfires, volcanic eruptions, stuff like that. But no one recognized those disasters for what they were. They ignored the warning signs, just kept on keeping on. Well, yeah, considering, like, we can look at the, like, geological records and see that stuff happened before the humans existed. So... Right, just like how he ignored all the eviction notices and restraining orders and doubled down on the violence. Wait, what? Well, we're learning a bit about you, aren't we? You make it really hard for us to ignore you. Finally, Earth reached its breaking point and shut himself in his room to wallow in self-loathing and play gory anime games all day. You can tell us your twisted family history later. Just shut up for a minute. As I was saying, Earth turned to its last resort, to kill itself and take mankind out with it. Gotta admit, world death is a pretty fitting name. So the planet dying, the planet choosing to kill itself, was humanity's fault? Not a pleasant thought, is it? The Earth must have really hated us by then. It's hard to imagine the kind of overwhelming despair that would make something do that. I'm not buying that. I'm almost thinking like that's almost like a cover story for the invaders. Like that's not it. It seems a bit too far-fetched. Once world death began, there was no stopping it. The environment became barren, hostile. Millions, no, billions of lives were lost. The only reason humanity didn't go extinct is because of a handful of communities were able to escape into the shelters. Like the Tokyo residential complex. Have you ever wondered where the name comes from? Like, why wouldn't world death affect there as well, though? That's the thing. It's like, I'm not buying it. Feels like it's a cover story for something. Most of the people in the complex are descended from the residents of Tokyo, a metropolis. I can't. Metropolis. It's like, I know I can say it. It's like, brain, just calm down and reset for a moment. A metropolis that stood on the surface hundreds of years ago. Of course, it's been so long that no one remembers what kind of place it was or why it was called that. Whole generations have lived their lives without any awareness of the world outside the complex. Us included, naturally. By the time we were born, humanity had already been living underground for centuries. Until we were brought here. The complex, the shelter, was our entire world.
Huh?
We ain't in the complex anymore, so you're saying this is what the surface looks like now?
Yes. This is what Earth became after it was ravaged by world death.
Not buying it. I'm not buying it.
This is the land where our ancestors lived. You can see now why they had to go underground.
For real? If it's that bad, should we even be here? Shouldn't we get back to the complex and... The complex isn't necessarily any safer. Not anymore. What do you mean? The TRC's days are numbered. The whole place is gonna collapse soon. What? Why? How? Well, death is still going on. It won't end until all life on Earth is extinguished. It's only a matter of time until our little pocket of humanity runs out of resources and finally gives up the ghost. No way! There's just one thing that can save humanity from the effects of world death and give everyone a brighter future. And that's whatever's in the defense room of this academy. Or so they said. It can save us from world death? What is it? What's this school here to protect? Perchance, it's a set of mystical artifacts that grant a single wish when brought together. Or maybe it's just one, and we'll have to set out on a journey across the universe to collect the others. A grand tour, if you will. Oh, you think you could just ask the Eternal Dragon to bring everyone back? Get with the program, Grandma. It's all about permadeath these days. Once you're gone, you're gone. Nay, morbid stories where everyone dies are even more out of date. In trying times, people need something more uplifting. Can you two have this discussion somewhere else? Unfortunately, they didn't have clearance to actually tell us what's in the defense room. Said it had to remain secret so the enemy couldn't get wind of it. But there was one thing that it was very clear on. Whatever this thing is, it's humanity's last hope. That sounds ominous. And we're fairly certain that something is going to happen on our 100th day here. Something's going to activate or awaken or something. At any rate, that's what will deliver humanity from world death. We'll be able to live and thrive on the surface again. All we have to do is make it to day 100. Nozomi said it's our last hope, but last chance might be more appropriate. If we mess it up, mankind is done for. Our last chance. And the invaders are trying to stop this world-saving event from happening. World-ending event from their point of view. That's what it is. They're desperate to get inside because whatever this thing is going to do, it's going to wipe them out, isn't it? Like, it isn't Earth, it's their planet, whatever this planet is. Again, I want to look at that moon, because again, I just keep thinking like how we see these people from the commander's point of view. It's very, very different to how we see these guys normally. They look aggressive. Yeah, the invaders are another thing we didn't get that many details on. But judging by what we have been told, come to a conclusion of our own. The invaders are world death itself. Like something summoned by a curse. The Earth must have given birth to them to further advance world death and the eradication of all life on the planet. You've seen the way they fight. It's not such a stretch, is it? And it would explain why they're so fixated on destroying the school. So they're not actually an invading force so much as manifestations of the planet's will. Then the Earth itself is the final boss here. We're supposed to deal with that. Things have gotten really heavy, Sorry, I started getting nervous again. Now do you see why it's so important that we protect whatever's in the defense room from the invaders? We haven't been exaggerating. Humanity's future really does depend on us. The hopes and dreams of all mankind rest on our shoulders. We can't let them down. If we lose here, it's all over. So that's how it is. There you have it. Comprehensive summary of the situation. This is why we must strive for nothing less than total victory. Why are you looking so pleased with yourself? You didn't contribute to that comprehensive summary at all. You glory-hogging chowderhead. Forgive me. That was never my intent. If you want forgiveness, strip down and bear your contribution for all to see. But leave those ridiculous sneakers on. You'll look even more exposed that way. Why the sudden fixation on me getting naked, Lady Kurara? Ata's like, okay, right. If everything you've told us is true, then yes, we do understand now. We finally know what this war is all about, and how important it is, or it's a lie you were told in order to fight. Better late than never, I guess. It explains the difference in the two groups' attitudes as well. It's no wonder Nozomi and the others have such a strong sense of duty. Us, on the other hand, Shirai was killed before we could hear about any of this. We've just been fighting for our own reasons in our own disorganized way. Damn, I wish I'd known this sooner. I'm more fired up than ever now. Fighting to save people, that's one thing, but saving all of humanity? That's on a whole other level. If we pull this off, we'll be heroes. We'll probably get a reward and everything. I mean, if we save all of mankind from destruction, no one's going to begrudge us a couple million yen here or there, right? I knew whatever was going on here was serious, but never thought it'd be this bad. I might have been better off not knowing. I still think the people in charge are crazy for sending an unremarkable nematode like me. But since I'm here, I guess I should give it my all too. Don't worry. As long as we work together, we can overcome anything, even world death. Everyone's sounding a lot more motivated now. Still missing a lot of details, but it's enough for us to start presenting a more united front. This doesn't feel like some random war we were forced into anymore. So much more than that. Okay, so some of us are taking it better than others. There's a lot to take in after all. She's probably got some other twisted view of everything going on in her head. Sorry to have to be the fly in your ointment, but I still have some reservations. Now, more than ever, I have to wonder. If this mission is so important, why entrust it to a bunch of random teenagers? I'm sorry, I can't answer that. They didn't seem to know anything about the selection process. Maybe there's a clue in the dream Shuma's been having. The ones about us being experimented on in that place. The hospital, was it? Interesting idea. Too bad it's not really enough to go on. I'm sorry, my peanut kernel of a brain can only handle so much. What do you think, Ima? Or Ima? Keiko? Does all this make you want to fight like the rest of us? Us? Fight? Yeah. Humanity's future's on the line, you know. Mr. Yakushiji, I think you need to get your hearing checked. I've already made my position quite clear. I don't care about humanity. I don't care what happens to the complex or to the planet, for that matter. No reason to get involved, so we'll just leave the fighting to you. Isn't that right, sister dearest? But if it's to defend all of mankind, then... See, my dear sister agrees. Wait, what? Let the girl talk for herself, man. If that's all, we'll be leaving now. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm positively famished. Good luck with the whole saving the world thing, everyone. Nonchalant as ever, Ima turned and left, dragging Keiko along behind him. Okay, something's seriously wrong with that wonder twin over there. How can they remain so detached from everything? They're like two self-obsessed peas in a pod. Still cute though. Do young people today have no notion of social responsibility? But fear not, the holy Jumanji sword and I will beat some sense into them. Leave them, Kyoshika. Trying to force them will only punish them away further. That's just the way they are. There's not a lot we can do about it. You okay, Ato? I'll be fine. This long discussion is starting to take its toll on me. Toil, yeah. That's all. We have been talking for a while now. Maybe we should end the meeting here and give everyone some time to process this information. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You okay? She'll probably short-circuit if she has to listen to any more. Everyone else seemed to agree with the sentiment, so we decided to go back to our rooms for the time being.